Promote STEM class. It's Mr. Dowd here. Happy Wednesday. Made it through the hump day. Got today, we got Thursday, then we got Friday, and then we're on vacation for a week. Woo! I know you guys are very much looking forward to that, as am I. So let's just dive right into this because I want to get this project done before break. So I'm going to go ahead, bring this over here. I'm going to raise it up because I'm going to make what this piece is you see how that bows out a little bit? That's what I'm going to try to do. Something along those lines. So something like that. Cool. And let's make this a little bit longer. Actually, maybe a little bit shorter. Oh yeah, because I did, this is all going on at an angle. Yeah, let's make this so it's at a 90 again, because that way when I do change it, it'll change what dimensions I want. So let's bring this in a little bit so it's less of a curve and bring down the height a little bit. Looks a little bit better. More like a flatter heart, but that's okay. Let's bring that over here. Obviously this needs to be tilted more. Just like that. All right. Let's lower it a tiny bit so it's in there. Cool. Maybe actually a little bit more. All right. Cool. Let's copy that. Let's Control V. Let's rotate it. What is the height of this one? It's 32. So let's raise this one up by 32. Just bring it over. This one actually might look better a little bit raised. And a little bit over. Cool. And another one, just like DJ Khaled. So like that, raise it up to about 32. Bring it on over. See again, that looks like it needs to be raised a tiny bit. All right, and one more. And then once I have that all set, I can then go ahead and copy and then change the size of this whole thing. And just a smidge taller. Cool. I wonder if I can go ahead and press a line on this. Actually, no, that wouldn't work. Just bring that in. Let's actually bring it in. Never mind. We'll leave that. Actually, I think it'll look better in like that. However, then that's not touching. So I'm going to actually have to go ahead and ungroup this. And then I'm going to have to move this guy over. All right, cool. So now let's go ahead and regroup this whole thing and see how that looks. Let's see, can it finish within the next 20 seconds? Finish rendering. And there you go. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I like the look of that so far. It's coming along. So next I'm going to do is so I got the outside done. Now let's do the inner side. Okay, guys? Happy Wednesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Today I'm making a yellow cake with chocolate frosting. Just out of the box, no big fancy deal. Some of the kids have been requesting a cake. So tomorrow is the Super Bowl. When you see this, the Super Bowl will be over. So I figured I'll make a cake for the Super Bowl. But really, you can make it for any occasion, right? Valentine's Day, Super Bowl. So I'm gonna add 1 cup of water, 3 eggs, excuse me, I gotta let my dogs in. Let's go. In, run. So we have 3 eggs, a cup of water, and I also need, the oven is on 375. I need a 1/2 cup of corn oil. Now I'm going to need to spray this pan. Now I'm going to mix up the batter. I'm going to use the hand mixer in a few minutes. I'm just going to get the most of it done this way. Then I'll bring you with me to use the hand mixer. Okay, let's do this now. Want to get all the bumps out. Okay. So now, it's all mixed in. Pour it into this pan. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to get the rest of that out in a second. I'm going to put it in the oven for about 1/2 an hour. And then when I take it out, we have to let it cool, then we can put frosting on it. So I will see you in 30 minutes. Okie dokie. So I took it out a while ago and it needed to cool. If it doesn't cool, then when you frost it, it'll start falling apart. So you need to let it cool. I don't think I'm gonna decorate it. I think I'm just gonna frost it. Same issue, same way with cupcakes too. You could decorate it any way you wanted, but you get the idea. I'm sure some of you guys have made cakes before. Or maybe your moms have made them, or your sisters. Pretty easy to do. Nowadays, people just buy cakes already made, which is good in a pinch, but sometimes it's kind of nice to have a regular cake at home that you made yourself. So, just getting the edges. And you could do like I did with the cookies. You could put sprinkles on it if you wanted, or you could write on it. Just leave it as is. Do you ever wonder why they give you so much frosting? Actually, this isn't too bad. Okie dokie, so there you go. Pretty nice job. I'll just get all the little spots that I missed here and we'll be good to go. All right, so pretty easy to do if you feel like making something on the weekend that's a little bit sweet, or at night, or for someone's birthday. See you guys tomorrow.
Hey Gators, welcome back to Language and Play. Alright, so yesterday you guys went over the wolf monologue, alright, where the big bad wolf, alright, remember, it's not Big Bad Wolf, it's Barnabas B. Wolf. He's a normal wolf, just walking around the woods, got a bad rap. Alright, you are now going to be looking into your own character. Alright, so you got to think of a nursery rhyme or a fairy tale or some sort of story. I'm going to use an example today of Cinderella. Alright, in the story of Cinderella, she gets sent to go live with a stepmom and two wicked stepsisters. Well, whose perspective is that story told from? It's Cinderella, right? So, of course, maybe Cinderella sees her sisters as wicked stepsisters, but maybe the sisters aren't so bad. Maybe they're getting a bad rap. Maybe you could write from the perspective of one of those stepsisters, right? Maybe it's Cinderella that's the little princess that always gets her way and gets everything she wants, right? So you can write it however you want, all right? So for today's assignment, I want you guys to start brainstorming which fairy tale bad guy, which fairy tale villain you are going to be, and start piecing together what those important facts are from the original fairy tale. All right? Can't wait to see what you come up with.
Hi guys! For the month of February, we will be celebrating Black History Month. First, we're going to look at the artwork of an African-American artist named Jacob Lawrence. And here he is, standing next to some of his artwork. So Jacob Lawrence was an American painter known for his portrayal of African-American historical subjects in contemporary life. Some of his artwork shows images that represent African-Americans who left their homes and farms in the South around the time of World War I, and they traveled up to northern industrial cities for a better life. So his style of art is an expressive cubist style. Expressive artists are more concerned with creating a feeling of emotion or feeling with their art, and they're not really concerned with making their subjects look realistic or accurate. So you can see here this image of this man. He's not really drawn in a realistic way, so the form of his body looks a little strange. It's in the cubist style. Now there's a focus on his big arms and hands, and it shows that he's hardworking here, and he's doing a lot of work on some shoes, so he's a cobbler. And the space in the background does not look like a realistic space. It's in that cubist style. It's kind of a strange perspective. It doesn't look realistic. Here's another image that shows some people working, and you don't really see their faces. It's just some flat, just shapes. And the space is a little bit strange. He was not concerned with creating accurate looking space. Here's another one. If you look at the space in this picture of a library, the perspective is a little bit strange. It doesn't look like it was realistically drawn, depicting realistic space. It's just in that strange cubist style. And the figures of the people are very flat. Here's another one where the space is a little bit strange looking. The artist was not concerned with creating realistic looking space. And the people are very flat looking. He didn't care that much about creating accurate looking figures as opposed to, working with some expressionism and creating a mood or some feeling. Here's another one by Jacob Lawrence. Now this one reminds me a lot of Pablo Picasso. So I wanted to show you this one, and then we're going to be looking at some work from Pablo Picasso, who is also a cubist artist. So this looks very cubist-like here with the very blocky shapes. And they don't look like realistic people, and have these big, big hands. It's all about the hands here because they're at war. So there's some emotion, and it looks kind of sad and violent. So here's another one, very somber looking people. Now this is a Pablo Picasso painting that you may have seen before. And we worked on some projects about Pablo Picasso before. We talked about that cubist style of art. So here, Pablo Picasso wasn't concerned with creating realistic looking, accurate figures. It's really kind of hard to tell if those are figures at all. And you see these big blocky shapes. So when I look at Jacob Lawrence's art, I definitely see an influence of that style that Pablo Picasso worked in. Right? That cubist style. There's another one by Pablo Picasso. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is I want you guys to create some sketches, and they can be in kind of a cubist style here where you don't have to be that concerned about what your figures look like, but I want you to depict an image that tells a little bit about what your daily life has been like during these very strange times that we've been living in. So Jacob Lawrence depicted a lot of images from history for African American people, and he also showed images of people just living their daily lives, daily life. Okay, so I want you guys to just make a sketch for now of an image of something that shows what your daily life is like. So it might just be a picture of you wearing a mask sitting in front of your Chromebook or your computer. Or maybe it's just you're showing yourself sitting in a room all alone. So I want to see some emotion in this drawing, okay? Show some feelings. Maybe you're just tired of not being able to go out and see your friends, and it's hard not going to school. So we're going to show that. So show me a sketch that just kind of depicts what your daily life has been like. All right, guys? I hope you enjoyed looking at some of these pictures from Jacob Lawrence. I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Virtual PE. I'm Miss Reedy. All right, we're going to continue on with our cardio workout, and it's going to be 20-second intervals, and we're going to do some jump roping, some butt kicks, some running in place, some squats, and yeah, just enough to get a little bit of a sweat on. All right, so let's get to work.
All right, guys, another upper body workout. Today we're going to work our pecs, our chest, our lats, with our back. We've done this before, okay? For your pecs, you're just going to do your basic push-up. If you have to do modified push-ups, then you do your modified push-ups, okay? For our lats, we'll do our rows. Let me show you, and we'll get on with it, okay? Pecs, basic push-up. We've done these a lot, okay? Down, up, all right? After that, you're going to come over, take your band, put it in your feet, and we're just going to row, just like you're rowing a boat, okay? Take a minute, get ready. We'll get on with the workout.
Thanks for watching Enrichment TV, Gators. Remember, work hard, be nice, and we'll see you tomorrow.